all that glitters is not gold. And so the soul is learning to recognize what has true value. Now, if the soul's able to master that learning, and most people don't, then we see the 9 of Pentacles there. There's the soul, and the bird represents spirit. So there's the soul, rich because it has accumulated to itself what has value to itself, not value in material possessions, what has value to the soul. And as a result of that is in direct ongoing communication with the higher self or spirit, and the life is rich. Now you see the person is there on their own. What that means in that card is that nobody can do that for you. You know, at the end of the day, you are either going to be rich at a soul level because you have determined what has value to your soul, or you're not. And you'll see the snail there, which indicates, yeah, it takes people a long time to learn what has value, you know, if at all. But that's the objective that we go through. And like the Fool, we have the coins that what we brought in with us is there, and our life is a rich life. So we can see when we look at the 2 of Swords, and this is using the mind to make the decision-making process. Okay, there's the mind. We've got to weigh up using my mind. The swords represent our mind. So, okay, turning our back on the emotions, but we can see that, and we can see the moon there indicating, do you remember what I said about how the emotions and the mind change all the time? So if we're relying upon our mind to determine what has value and base our decisions on, our mind is always changing. And it's nighttime, so we're not going to see things clearly. We're going to see things through the distortion of what we've experienced, which is indicated by the things in our subconscious that are influencing our ability to see things clearly, to make decisions. So if we continue, which is what most people will do, make their decisions from the lower mind, then look at the 9 in this card. You can see the 9 of Swords. There is the soul in despair. All these swords hanging over it, all the decisions it made, were they right, were they wrong, on the chessboard of life. You'll see that the coverlet on the bed or the platform, that's the game of life. And you'll see on the wooden plaque on the platform is fighting going on. So there's the battle between the soul and the personality. Soul, which knows what has value, but then the personality says, no, that has more value. So we can really see a stark difference as we go down the track. If we can learn this art of being able to weigh up and being enriched by every experience, as opposed to our 9 of Swords, which is the life is a series of decisions or choices that have been made that actually bring regret, grief, pain, etc. So very beautifully portrayed the two number 2 cards and the 2 number 9 cards, which show us it's sort of a no-brainer, isn't it, really, as to, well, makes sense to be able to those soul-centered choices. And we can see in the 2 of Pentacles with the lemnis gate there. Okay, the lemnis gate is we are the magician of our own life when we're making our choices from this place, because we are, to the best of our ability, powerfully, intelligently, and co-creatively putting into the mix, putting into the alembic, putting into the cauldron of our life that which we think will best make us more flavoursome or richer. We're not just whacking anything in. Oh yes, I'll do that, I'll do this. I'm a free spirit, I'll do whatever. It's calculated what has most value to my soul. And so that's the magician in each and every one of us, that there are infinite possibilities available to us, to each and every one of us. And that selection process that we saw in the Lovers card, which is the soul lesson of discernment. So I just wanted to show you those 4 cards to see the difference from when we make soul decisions, choices based on soul values, and when we make them based on mind values, that changing mind, and based on the stuff that's buried in our subconscious, which is affecting our choices.